Think vegan eating is expensive? Think again. Welcome, friends, to a world where you can eat green without spending a lot of green. Yes, we're here today to topple a myth that has been hanging around far too long, the idea that vegan dining will drain your wallet. This misconception has been floating around like a bad smell at a barbecue, but we're about to clear the air. So how did this myth come to be? Well, it's easy to see why some might think so. Fancy vegan restaurants and high-end health food stores may give the impression that veganism is a luxury lifestyle. But let's not forget, beans and rice are vegan too, and they don't cost an arm and a leg. In reality, the cost of any diet, vegan or not, largely depends on what you choose to buy. If you're loading your cart with exotic fruits and specialty vegan products, sure, the bill might rack up. But if you're focusing on whole plant foods and seasonal produce, you might be surprised at how affordable a vegan lifestyle can be. Today, we're diving into the nitty-gritty details of how to maintain a vegan diet without breaking the bank. We're talking about the basics of vegan eating, planning your meals, choosing affordable vegan foods, cooking at home, shopping smart, and even how to eat out on a budget. Plus, we'll share some DIY vegan staples that you can easily whip up in your kitchen. No, you don't need a trust fund to enjoy a vegan lifestyle. You don't need to dine on gold-plated tofu or sip on diamond-infused almond milk. All you need is the right knowledge and a little creativity. So if you've been shying away from veganism because of cost concerns, or if you're a vegan looking to trim your grocery bills, this video is for you. Ready to learn how to enjoy tasty, nutritious, and budget-friendly vegan meals? Stay tuned. First things first, what does it mean to eat vegan? Well, in the simplest terms, vegan eating means consuming foods that are free from animal products. Yes, that's right, no meat, no fish, no dairy, no eggs, and no honey. But don't fret, vegan eating isn't about deprivation. Rather, it's about embracing a world of plant-based deliciousness. So what's on the menu for a vegan? A lot more than you might think. From mouth-watering fruits and vegetables to hearty beans and legumes, from grains like rice and quinoa to nuts and seeds, the vegan diet is rich and varied. And let's not forget about plant-based proteins like tofu, tempeh, and seitan, or the myriad of dairy substitutes made from almonds, oats, and soy. And the vegan diet isn't just about the food you eat, it's also about the beverages you sip. So yes, your morning coffee is still on the table, but you'll be swapping out the cow's milk for a plant-based alternative. And you'll be pleased to know that most wines and beers are vegan-friendly too. But what about the foods that are off limits? Well, as we mentioned, any products derived from animals are a no-go. This includes not only the obvious culprits like meat and dairy, but also less obvious items like gelatin, which is often used in sweets and desserts, and certain food colorings and additives that are derived from insects. It's also important to note that vegan eating extends beyond the physical ingredients on your plate. It's a commitment to a lifestyle that seeks to minimize harm to animals and the environment. This means choosing products that are not only free from animal ingredients, but also produced in a way that respects animal rights and the planet. So there you have it, the basics of vegan eating. It's a lifestyle full of flavor, color, and diversity. And it's a choice that can make a big difference, not just for your health, but for the world around you. Now that we know what vegan eating involves, let's delve into how to do it on a budget. Budgeting and planning are key to eating vegan without breaking the bank. Let's talk about budgeting first. It's not about being cheap, it's about being smart. It's about knowing where your money is going and making sure it's spent in a way that brings the most value to your life. So, how does this tie into vegan eating? Well, when you're conscious about your spending, you can afford quality ingredients without overspending. Now on to planning. Planning your meals in advance does wonders for your budget and your health. It ensures you're eating a balanced diet, and it also helps to avoid impulse purchases. You know, those on-the-spot decisions to buy something because it looks tasty, even though it's not on your list or in your budget. So how do we put these concepts into action? Here are some practical tips. Firstly, always shop with a list. This might seem like a no-brainer, but shopping without a list is like navigating without a compass. You're likely to end up with a cart full of items you don't need and missing some that you do. A list keeps you focused, helps you stick to your plan, and ultimately saves you money. Secondly, plan your meals around sales. If a particular fruit or vegetable is on sale that week, incorporate it into your meals. This not only saves you cash, but it also encourages variety in your diet. Thirdly, consider buying in bulk. Now, this doesn't mean you should fill your pantry with 50 cans of chickpeas, unless you really love chickpeas. It means buying larger quantities of items you use often, like rice, pasta, or oats. These staples are usually cheaper per unit when bought in larger quantities. Plus, you won't run out as quickly, saving you extra trips to the store. Another tip is to meal prep. Preparing your meals for the week in one go saves time, reduces food waste, and helps you stick to your budget. You can make large batches of a few recipes, then mix and match throughout the week. This way, you're not eating the same thing every day, and you're making the most of your ingredients. Lastly, don't be afraid to experiment with cheaper ingredients. For instance, lentils are an affordable source of protein, and they can be used in a variety of dishes, from soups to salads to stews. Remember, budgeting and planning are not about depriving yourself. They're about making smart choices that allow you to enjoy a wide range of delicious, nutritious, vegan foods. And you don't have to do it all at once. Start small, maybe by planning just a few meals a week. Then gradually, as you get the hang of it, you can increase your planning. With a little planning, you can enjoy a wide variety of vegan foods without spending a fortune. Not all vegan foods are created equal when it comes to cost. Let's dive into the world of affordable vegan foods. It's a common misconception that vegan eating has to be expensive, but that's far from the truth. There are plenty of affordable options out there that can fill up your plate without emptying your wallet. Let's start with the staples. Beans and lentils, for instance, are true vegan champions. They're low in cost, high in protein, and incredibly versatile. You can toss them into salads, stir them into soups, or even mash them into patties. And the best part, they can be bought in bulk, saving you even more money in the long run. Next up, we have rice. This humble grain is a staple in cuisines around the world for a reason. It's inexpensive, filling, and can be paired with just about anything. From a simple side of steamed veggies to a hearty stir-fry, rice can take on any flavor and transform any meal. Speaking of vegetables, they're another affordable vegan must-have. While exotic or out-of-season veggies might be pricey, there's a whole world of budget-friendly options to explore. Think broccoli, carrots, bell peppers, and leafy greens. These veggies pack a nutritional punch without a hefty price tag. But let's not forget about fruits. Apples, oranges, bananas, and seasonal berries can be cost-effective ways to add a sweet touch to your meals or serve as a healthy snack on their own. And finally, don't overlook the power of spices and herbs. While they might seem like an insignificant part of your meal, they can elevate simple ingredients to new heights. And since they're used sparingly, a single jar can last you a long time, making them a cost-effective way to add flavor to your meals. So there you have it. From beans and rice to fruits and veggies, there's a plethora of affordable vegan foods out there waiting to be discovered. Choosing affordable vegan foods doesn't mean compromising on taste or nutrition. So go ahead, explore, experiment, and enjoy your journey to affordable vegan eating. Cooking at home is a great way to save money and enjoy delicious vegan meals. And it's not just about the money. Cooking at home is also about exploring your culinary creativity and nurturing your health with carefully chosen, cruelty-free ingredients. So let's get started with some tips to make your home cooking adventure fun and budget-friendly. First up, let's talk about batch cooking. It's a game changer, really. Imagine coming home after a long day, and instead of starting from scratch, you have a wholesome meal waiting for you. That's the magic of batch cooking. Every Sunday or any day that works for you, dedicate a couple of hours to cook large quantities of your favorite meals. Divide them into portions and freeze. Voila, you've got yourself a week's worth of meals ready to go. It's not only time-saving, but also a great way to keep your food costs down. Next, let's tackle leftovers. Now, leftovers might not sound glamorous, but they are a treasure trove of opportunity. With a little creativity, last night's dinner can be transformed into today's lunch. Got some leftover roast veggies? Toss them into a salad or puree them into a soup. How about some leftover grains? Perfect for a quick stir-fry or a hearty breakfast porridge. The possibilities are endless. And the best part, you're reducing food waste and saving money at the same time. Now let's talk about homemade versions of store-bought items. Have you ever looked at the price tag on vegan cheese or plant-based meats? They can be pricey, but here's the good news. You can make many of these items at home for a fraction of the cost. Nut milk, vegan cheese, veggie burgers, even plant-based yogurts. There are countless recipes out there that can guide you to make these at home. And the added bonus, you know exactly what's going into your food. And here's a final tip. Embrace the basics. Often the simplest meals are the most satisfying. A bowl of lentil soup, a plate of pasta with homemade tomato sauce, a hearty salad. These are all affordable, nourishing, and utterly comforting. And remember, spices are your best friends. They can transform a simple dish into something extraordinary. So don't shy away from experimenting with flavors. Cooking at home not only saves money, but also allows you to control the ingredients in your food. So, don your apron, roll up your sleeves, and embrace the joy of creating delicious, budget-friendly vegan meals right in your own kitchen. Trust me, your wallet and your taste buds will thank you. Shopping smart can make a big difference to your wallet. And let's face it, who wouldn't want to keep a little more cash in their pocket? So let's dive into some strategies that can help you do just that. First up, let's talk about seasonal produce. Nature has a funny way of giving us exactly what we need when we need it. Fruits and veggies that are in season not only taste better, they're also cheaper. Why? Supply and demand, my friend. When a particular fruit or vegetable is in season, there's an abundance of it, which drives down the cost. Plus, these items haven't had to travel as far to reach your grocery store, which also cuts down on costs. So next time you're in the produce aisle, try to stick to what's in season. Next, consider shopping at farmers markets. Not only can you find a wide variety of fresh local produce, but you're also supporting your local economy. And don't be afraid to haggle a little. Farmers often reduce prices towards the end of the day, so that's a great time to swoop in and grab a bargain. Finally, don't underestimate the power of comparing prices. This might seem like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised at how much prices can vary from store to store. You could save a significant amount by simply shopping around. And don't forget to check out online retailers. They often have deals that brick-and-mortar stores just can't match. Now, these are just a few strategies. There are plenty more out there. The key is to be flexible and creative. Remember, it's not about deprivation, it's about making smarter choices. With these shopping tips, you can fill your cart with a bounty of vegan foods without emptying your wallet. And that, my friends, is what we call a win-win. Eating out doesn't have to be a budget buster. It might feel like a luxury, especially when following a vegan lifestyle, but with a little strategy and know-how, you can dine out without draining your wallet. Restaurants are increasingly catering to the vegan community, and it's easier than ever to find places with plant-based options. But remember, not all vegan dishes are created equal. A fancy vegan sushi platter might cost a pretty penny, while a hearty bean burrito or a veggie stir-fry might be just as satisfying and a fraction of the price. So, consider the menu carefully and choose dishes that offer good value for your money. Sharing dishes is another great way to save. Not only does it allow you to sample a variety of flavors, but it can also help keep costs down. Many vegan dishes are generously portioned and can easily be split between 2 or even 3 people. So next time you're dining out, why not order a few dishes to share? Now let's talk about drinks. It's no secret that beverages, especially alcoholic ones, can significantly inflate your bill. Consider skipping the fancy cocktails or the pricey organic juices and opt for tap water instead. It's refreshing, it's free, and it's a simple way to keep your dining expenses in check. Lunch specials and early bird deals can also be your best friends when eating out on a budget. Many restaurants offer discounted meals during off-peak hours or have special deals on certain days of the week. A little research can go a long way in finding these bargains. And finally, don't forget about loyalty programs and discount apps. Many restaurants reward their regular customers with freebies or discounts. And there are plenty of apps out there that offer great deals on dining out. So eating out doesn't have to be a luxury reserved for special occasions. With a little planning and savvy choices, you can enjoy a meal out without breaking the bank. Eating out can be a treat, even when you're on a budget. Making your own vegan staples can save you money. Now that's a statement that requires some insight. Let's dive into the world of DIY for vegans and find out how you can whip up some staples at home. First on our list, plant milk. You might be thinking, but plant milk is so readily available, why make it at home? Well, here's the scoop. When you make your own plant milk, you know exactly what's going into it. No hidden sugars, no preservatives, just pure, wholesome ingredients. Plus, it's a whole lot cheaper. All you need are some nuts or oats, water, and a blender. Soak, blend, strain, and voila, you've got yourself some homemade plant milk. Next up is seitan, a popular meat substitute made from vital wheat gluten. It's packed with protein and can take on a variety of flavors, making it a versatile addition to your meals. To make seitan, you'll need vital wheat gluten, vegetable broth, and your choice of seasonings. Mix, knead, simmer, and there you have it. A batch of seitan that can last you a week for a fraction of the price of store-bought. Now let's talk about vegan cheese. Yes, it's possible to make vegan cheese at home, and it's easier than you might think. The base for most vegan cheeses is nuts or tofu, and the secret to that cheesy flavor? Nutritional yeast. Blend your base with nutritional yeast, a little bit of liquid, and seasonings, and you're on your way to creating your own vegan cheese. But the fun doesn't stop there. You can also make your own vegan yogurt using plant milk and a yogurt starter. Or how about some homemade tofu? All it takes is some soy milk and a coagulant. The beauty of making your own vegan staples is that you're in control. You can tweak the recipes to suit your taste, experiment with different flavors, and avoid any additives or preservatives that you're not comfortable with. And let's not forget about the cost savings. Buying vegan staples from the store can add up quickly. Making them at home is a cost-effective alternative that doesn't compromise on taste or quality. Not only that, but there's something incredibly satisfying about creating your own food from scratch. It gives you a deeper appreciation for the ingredients and the process, and there's a certain joy in knowing that you've made something delicious and nutritious with your own two hands. So, why not give it a try? Start with something simple, like plant milk, then gradually work your way up to more complex staples. You might be surprised at how easy it is and how much you enjoy the process. DIY vegan staples are not only cheaper, but also often taste better than store-bought versions. So, roll up your sleeves and get ready to take your vegan cooking skills to the next level. Eating vegan doesn't have to be expensive. We've journeyed through the landscape of veganism on a budget together. We've debunked myths, explored the basics of vegan eating, and delved into the art of budgeting and planning. It's been a fun ride, hasn't it? And it's all led to one powerful truth. With a pinch of planning, a dash of smart shopping, and a generous helping of creativity, a vegan lifestyle can be as affordable as it is rewarding. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've discovered. We began by busting the myth that vegan eating is inherently costly. We then established a solid foundation with the basics of vegan eating, understanding the various plant-based foods that make up a wholesome, balanced diet. We then moved on to the nitty-gritty of budgeting and planning. From meal prepping to making a shopping list, we learned how a little foresight can go a long way in saving those precious pennies. We also discovered that affordable vegan foods aren't as elusive as one might think. From bulk buying grains and pulses to opting for seasonal fruits and vegetables, we found out that there's a world of affordable, nutritious options out there. Cooking at home, we realized, can be a game changer. Not only does it allow us to control what goes into our meals, but it also lets us experiment with different flavors and make our meals as exciting or as simple as we like. And then there's smart shopping. From comparing prices to avoiding impulse buys, we learned that a mindful approach to shopping can make all the difference. Eating out on a budget and making our own vegan staples were our next stops. We found that with a little creativity, we can enjoy eating out without burning a hole in our pockets. And making our own staples? It's easier than it sounds and definitely kinder on the wallet. So there you have it. Embracing a vegan lifestyle isn't just about making a commitment to animal welfare or the environment. It's also about making a commitment to your health and your wallet. Remember, it's not about perfection, but progress. Embrace the vegan lifestyle. It's good for your health, good for the planet, and it doesn't have to break the bank. Until next time, subscribe for more vegan lifestyle guides.